Time now for a look at your health. It is the season of skin, with summer just around the corner, and our faces make the first impression. That's why acne can be particularly traumatizing for adults who have it. It's not just a teenage problem. The average age for an acne sufferer is 26 years old. Dr. Mitchell Goldman from UCSD is here, as he is every Tuesday, to talk about causes and treatments. Thank you for being here.
Great to be here.
How common is it for adults to have acne?
Oh, it is so common. It's 40 to 50 million people get acne every year, and what we're seeing is that the age limit for acne is going up and up and up. So that 5-10 years ago, the average age of acne was 20, now it's 26.
Why is that, would you suppose?
I think it's a combination of two things. It's hormones and stress. The more stress you're under, the more your body releases something called cortisol, which excites hormones.
Well, let's talk about some of the causes, because first, before we get into those, there are myths that people actually believe are the causes, and we have a list of those. And you say, you're telling your patients all the time this is not the case.
Eat chocolate. The only study that said chocolate causes acne or doesn't cause acne was by the Hershey's Chocolate Company. So there's maybe a few things plus or minus, but you'll find that some foods cause it, some don't. Caffeinated beverages, no problem with acne. Milk, there was a report a few years ago saying because cows have a lot of hormones, the milk could increase acne. Turned out not to be true. The stress, I really think sometimes it can cause acne, more often than not. And then it's very important that anemia does not cause acne.
Okay, so what are the real causes then?
Well, the most common cause is stuff we put on our skin, whether it's our face with dirt that we put on our skin or a number of different products. You know, people these days use a lot of moisturizers. We were talking before the break about sunscreens can cause acne. Absolutely, certain things can cause acne. Most things don't. So you just have to play around and find the skincare products that are best for you.
And these are pretty much the standard causes, whether you're a teenager or an adult, correct?
It is.
Okay.
But the good news is we can prevent acne and get rid of it. And so...
And I love this, because you're going to show us how to properly wash our face, because I have, you know, a son going into his teenage years, and really it's important to know how to wash your face correctly.
And I do too. You know, Liam's 11 going on 30 and he's getting acne too. So it's very important. The first most important thing is don't scrub your face. Don't use a washcloth. The more you irritate your face, you'll actually irritate it, causing acne. So I've shown this a few times on the air. It's called the Clarisonic skin brush. No stock in the company, unfortunately, but it actually uses an ultrasonic energy to wash your skin. So it's not like you're scrubbing. It doesn't scrub. It was developed for people with sensitive skin. It lifts the bacteria off of the skin.
And what do you apply on there?
You apply one of the cleansers. And I brought a few cleansers with us today. The active ingredient in cleansers for acne is salicylic acid, 2% salicylic acid. There are other companies that have glycolic acids, and what those do is they literally dissolve the dirt in the pores and cause it to come up to the surface.
Interesting. So we'll have to remember those ingredients. Let's also talk about the difference for teenagers. Is there any?
You know, yes and no. I don't think that we should treat teenagers and adults any differently. You know, other treatments that we can do in some of the before and after pictures that we're showing are treatments called photodynamic therapy. And these are new treatments, so you don't have to just take antibiotics your whole life. You can actually do a treatment from your dermatologist or doctor's office where we put a chemical on the skin, goes down, destroys the acne-causing lesions, and the before and afters speak for themselves.
Now, do you have to be a certain age to be eligible for this? Because that looks like a pretty young person.
No, not at all. That person is actually 14. I think he was 14 when we did that, but you can be young, old. Again, my son Liam, 11-year-old, we're actually doing a treatment to him called Isolase. We showed that once on this show as well. And that can also just make the acne literally disappear.
And again, what is the treatment called in this case?
Well, that one was photodynamic therapy. So there are a variety of different lasers that your doctor can use to actually help you clear your skin, because I don't particularly like kids being on antibiotics for long periods of time. And we now have the technology, the skincare products, as well as the lasers in order to take care of acne.
All right, really important advice, because a lot of times that can really have a huge effect on self-esteem, especially in the teenage years. But I also know I have people in my family who struggled with it in their adult years. So thank you so much for the advice.
Good to be here.
I'm going to pass that along to my kids, Walter. I actually know the ABCs of washing my face now.
You know, I have that actually from Dr. G. Good stuff. I've been using it for 2 years.